Over the last decade, the rivalry between Manchester's big two has reached new levels of drama, tension and animosity. Spectacular goals, last-minute title wins and career-ending tackles. It has it all. Here are our top 10 most shocking Man United vs Man City moments.
At 10, it's Paul Scholes' last-minute winner in 2010. The United legend has saved them on numerous occasions over the years, but few top his last-gasp header at the Etihad. After 93 minutes of goalless towing and throwing, up steps the diminutive midfielder maestro to nod one home past Shay Given, leaving City's Champions League dreams crushed for another season. At number 9, it's City's 1-0 win over United in the 2011 FA Cup semi-final. For all their financial clout and claims that they were ready to become a top side in England, City had yet to really prove it against United. That was until Yaya Toure scored the winner in the semi to not only book City's place in their first FA Cup final in 30 years, but also overcome the huge psychological hurdle of beating United when it truly mattered. Coming in at 8, it's Wayne Rooney's wonder goal at Old Trafford in February 2011. When Rooney himself describes it as the best goal he's ever scored, you know it's good. With City looking set to grind out a dogged 1-1 draw at Old Trafford, Rooney came up with a moment of magic, latching onto Nani's cross with an incredible overhead kick that flew into the top corner. It left the Blues stunned and was the highlight of United's title-winning season. At 7, it's Michael Owen's Fergie time winner in the 4-3 epic. Drawing 3-3 after conceding in the 90th minute, United had to wait until the 6th minute of added time for Michael Owen to poke home the most dramatic of winners. Mark Hughes was absolutely livid with the cruel amount of Fergie time, but Alex Ferguson and United did not care. It was an unforgettable way to end what Ferguson then described as probably the best derby of all time. At 6, it's Roy Keane's horror tackle on Alf Inge Haaland. In 1997, Keane suffered a season-ending ACL injury after trying to foul Inge Haaland. Haaland then stood over the injured Keane and accused him of feigning injury. Roy Keane got his revenge in April 2001 though, fouling Haaland on his right knee. He rightly received a red card and 3-match ban, which was then extended to a £150,000 fine and an additional 5-game ban after he admitted the foul was an act of vengeance and a deliberate attempt to hurt Haaland. In 5th spot, it's Man City's infamous Welcome to Manchester banner. After 2 successful years at United, Carlos Tevez completed a high-profile move across to the Blues side of town. It was a massive coup for City, and they made the most of it by erecting a huge blue billboard with Carlos Tevez in the background next to the message, Welcome to Manchester. It was purposely erected on the road that leads to Old Trafford, and unsurprisingly worsened already bitter relations between the two sides. In 4th spot, it's Carlos Tevez's very own banner, R.I.P. Fergie. The only thing more controversial than signing one of your rival's best strikers and rubbing it in their old club's face is that very striker rubbing it in their face himself. And that's exactly what Tevez did when Man City beat United to the Premier League title on the last day of the season. During the open-top bus parade the next day, Carlos Tevez held up a hand-drawn banner that read, R.I.P. Fergie, much to the disgust and scorn of not just Manchester United, but the English FA. At 3, it's Man City's 6-1 demolition of United at Old Trafford. In October 2011, Manchester City tore their neighbours to shreds, humbling the defending champions with a 6-1 win at Old Trafford. The game signified a genuine power shift between the two sides. In 2nd place, it's Dennis Law relegating his beloved Manchester United. Dennis Law is known as one of Man United's greatest ever players, but one of the most memorable moments of his career was when playing for Manchester City. He was convinced that he had scored the goal that resigned his former club to relegation. Even though Man United would have been relegated whatever the result on that day in 1974, Dennis Law could not help but feel like he had betrayed his former club. In the top spot, Sergio Aguero's breathtaking last-minute winner to snatch the Premier League from Man United. Going into the last game of the season, the two teams were level on points with City ahead on goal difference. Despite United beating Sunderland and being 2-1 down to QPR with 3 minutes to go, City achieved the impossible with 2 goals in 3 minutes, including Aguero's strike with the final kick of the game, to win the match and therefore win the Premier League on goal difference.
That's it for our top 10 most shocking United versus City moments. As always, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to Copper 90.